Hi everyone, my name is Vasana and you're at the DIY Residence. Today I'm going to share with you some more Valentine's Day DIY projects that you can easily put together using items that you can find at any dollar store. I'll be using some items from the Dollar Tree as well as from the Dollarama here in Canada. So I hope you enjoy these DIY projects. Let's get right into them.
For the first DIY, I took this glass cylinder vase from the Dollar Tree and I just flipped it over, and I'm using this painter's tape just to mark the line around where I want to paint. And now I just eyeballed it. I know you can fill the jar with water and then just go along the water line if you wanted to make sure that this is really aligned and straight, but for me I really didn't care for it that much, and I just eyeballed it and I taped the tape around. I then took a mixture of white acrylic paint as well as some cream or beige color sand color acrylic paint, as well as some baking powder, and oops, the mess there, but I just added, again, I just eyeballed, I didn't measure any of this, and I mixed it until I get like this thick consistency paste almost texture, because I wanted to give some texture to the bottom part of my vase here. Because I was going for this rustic, neutral kind of arrangement for Valentine's, and so that's what I wanted to get. So I mixed until I was happy with the consistency. For me, I wanted the texture to be really thick and almost like a paste, so that's why I kept my mixture here very thick. So I'm going to paint the sides. I'm not going to do the bottom of the cylinder, and then I'm going to let everything dry and repeat just another coat just to make sure that I get the texture that I'm looking for. So after the first coat has dried, I'm going to repeat the same process and just apply a second coat, and you're going to see the texture is really different with the second coat, and I really think it was a good idea to do this extra step. So as you can see, it gives that muddy effect that I was going for, and I love how it looks once everything was dry. This is how it looks once the two coats are dry. As you can see, I left a lot of texture around, just almost getting it like a paste of almost like mud or sand mixed together. That's the texture that I was going for. And then I just simply removed the painter's tape. I think it's perfectly lined for eyeballing and just guessing it. And now what I'm going to do is to take one of the larger jute twine or rope here, and then using hot glue, I'm just going to glue it around the margin just to give it some more texture. Then to fill this vase, I found this bunch of flowers from Michaels. It was at $13.99 minus 80% because this was their spring collection, and I got it around Christmas time in their sale. This is so pretty. I love the mixture of colors, and I think it goes really well for Valentine's Day, just to bring that pop of light pink and tones in my decor this year. You can definitely keep this just with a dollar store items. I know Dollar Tree has beautiful roses out as well that looks really gorgeous, that you can definitely use along with some more of their flowers for this arrangement. You're also going to see that I'll be using some of the fine sand from the dollar store. Here I got this one from our local dollar store, but I know they also have a similar kind in Dollar Tree as well. So I just filled this up, and then I'll be inserting the flower arrangement right into it. And I think alongside with the next DIY projects that I'm gonna do, this makes for a beautiful arrangement that you can use for Valentine's Day decor. For the next DIY project, I'm going to use the same colors and the same paste that I used for my first DIY. I'm going to use this candy jar that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to paint the whole outside of it using this mixture. I'm kind of looking to get the same texture that I got for the first DIY project. So I'm going to do one coat, let everything dry, and repeat the same process. And later on I'll be filling this in with some gorgeous lights and some sand, so you're gonna see that in a little bit, but here I'm just gonna apply that and let everything dry. Now this is how it looks once everything is dry. I love the color and how a very pale and pastel color almost. I love how it looks. So here for this one I'm going to use this light gray sand or rocks. I'm not sure what you really call this, but I'm going to go ahead and say that it's just like sand. And then I'm going to place some of these flowers that I had in my faux flower collection here. I love how this peach color goes against the paint that we just painted. And then I'm just gonna put some candles nested inside the sand. I think it would look gorgeous when it's lightened up. And you want to make sure to place it in an area that is of reach and that you can see, to make sure that nothing gets burning, or to make sure that this is under good view. I'm going to show you how all of these DIY projects looks together at the end of this video when I'm done doing all of the DIY projects. For my last DIY project, I'm going to use these wooden squares that I got from the dollar store. I'm going to use 3 of these. For the first one, I decided to keep the jute that is on the top, and for the rest I'm going to remove it because I'll be stacking them one after the other, so I won't need the jute to hang it there. And here, as you can see, I'm just placing them one after the other and making sure to leave a little gap so that it matches with the rest of the piece. And to hold these together, I'm going to use these garden hooks that I also got from the local dollar store. But you can also use the large popsicle sticks from Dollar Tree, or the tongue suppressant also that you can find at Dollar Tree. So here I'm just going to use some hot glue, and later you're going to see me staple these down so that they're secured in place. I'm then going to take just a scrap piece of paper to put underneath so that I don't dirty more the working surface, and then I'm going to take some of the larger wooden alphabetic letters that I also got from the dollar store. So this is what I got here, and the ones that I took, again, it's from our local dollar store. I'm going to take the letters to form the word love. And then I'll be taking a mixture of brown acrylic paint and some water, and then I'll be faux staining these. Initially I wanted to use this wax, but when I tried it on, it made the letters really dark and almost black. So I skipped that part and I just went with the brown acrylic paint with mixture of water. While I was waiting for the letters to dry, I took this pale pink paint that I got from Michael's, and I'm just going to use a little bit of that almost to do a dry brush technique. So I'm just going to use the same container here and put some paint, and using my foam brush I'm just going to take some paint and just slightly brush a few of the panels here. So I'm just doing alternative sections, so basically the bottom 2 of each square, and then the top I'm just gonna leave it as is, or I'll be applying some white acrylic paint again with the dry brush technique. And I really love how the color combination looks, and so that's what I'm gonna do here, and I'm gonna let everything dry. After the pieces and the letter are all dry, I just place the the letters onto my board. I just dry fitted them to make sure that I like the spacing, and then I used some hot glue and glued everything together. This project is super neat, and it brings this neutral, very light color and natural kind of Valentine's decor that I really enjoy putting in my house. So I'm going to show you how it looks once it's done. So this is how all of my DIY projects today turned out. I think they would be beautiful Valentine's Day decor pieces that you could definitely add to a nightstand or to a dresser in a bedroom. I think it would make the space very cozy. I'm in love with how everything looks and how natural and minimalistic, and the colors are super cute. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave the video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel and it lets me know that you're enjoying the contents that I'm sharing here. I just want to let you guys know that I'm very thankful whenever you come and join my channel. So I would like to thank you so much for joining me today. Stay safe everyone, stay happy and healthy, and I'll see you around with a new video soon. Take care. Bye everyone.